Chris totally deserves to be on the show. He's really funny. And he could really benefit from it. Go, Chris, go!
I've known Chris for a couple of years. He's funny, he's entertaining, and he really deserves to be on your show.
Chris tries really, really hard. I've watched him walking, doing everything he possibly can. He's a lot of fun. It would be great to see him get this opportunity.
I think Chris is a good candidate for the Biggest Loser contest because he's obviously intelligent. He's here at the Tudor Center over at UNMLA, and I've worked with him before, so I've got a good idea of how smart he is, and he's smart enough to want to go ahead and lose a lot of excess pounds. So I think he's got the motivation. I think it looks like he's a pretty big guy, so he can perhaps afford to lose it. He's not like Twiggy. He won't put his health in danger if he drops 20 or 30 pounds, I don't think. So that's why Chris should become the Biggest Loser.
I think he deserves to go. He's a great person, and I'll watch your show if you take him.
Yo, my name is Joshua, speaking in behalf of Chris Daly. I love him. He's got a good place in my heart, and it makes me sad that his weight has got such an influence on his own self. The public that loves him doesn't see him anywhere like he sees himself. And his own insecurities about his weight tear down on my heart, you know? And I want this beautiful fucking child of the earth, my cousin, my own blood, to experience what the rest of us do. And I don't look the most shapely to all other people either. But I'll tell you what, each of us creatures in this fucking world deserve to have a fucking stability and support of any and everybody around them. And they do have that support from my cousin Chris. But Chris Daly has insecurities about his own weight that bring him down. And he's requested from me today to give an interview about how his weight affects me. And it affects me hard because it affects him hard.
Chris is a hard worker. We see him come into the YMCA a lot. I work there. He comes in, he tries his best. I think he should be on the show.
Okay, hi. My name's Kim. I'm Chris's neighbor, and I just want to tell you why you should pick him to be on The Biggest Loser. Because for years, my shoulder's been bad, and he's come over and tried to help me do so many different chores, and he would help me as best as he could, and sometimes he would get frustrated because he couldn't help me as much as he wanted to because of his weight. So I think if you took him on the show and he had a chance to lose weight, that he could be the person he really is inside and really help people the way he wants to. So you need to pick Chris.
Chris deserves to be on The Biggest Loser.
Chris totally deserves to be on here, yeah. He's the nicest kid. He comes into my gas station all the time. Metzger's Mobile.
Right there.
Yeah,
cool dude.
Awesome kids. He definitely deserves to be on.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
Woo!
Biggest Loser! Biggest Loser!
Okay. I've known Chris for a few years now, actually for a very long time, and he's a great guy. He is smart, he's funny, but most of all he's committed to changing his life. And it hasn't been until like the last year, I'd say, that I've seen him change immensely. Okay. I've known Chris for a few years now, actually for a very long time, and he's a great guy. He is smart, he's funny, but most of all he's committed to changing his life. And it hasn't been until like the last year, I'd say, that I've seen him change immensely and become so dedicated to losing weight and just becoming a better person. I think he'd be a great candidate for your show. I think he would be just an awesome addition to helping others lose weight. And so, go Chris.
Chris is cool. Pick him. He's the man.
When Chris was about 6 years old, an event occurred in his life that probably influenced his weight gain. He lost all his hair due to alopecia, and it caused him to become more isolated. Didn't go out to play as much with other kids, didn't get involved in as many sports, and got more into video games and watching TV. I think Chris would be a great asset for your show. He would be entertaining, funny, he would work hard, and he would add a lot of gameplay interaction to your program.
So how about a loan? Come on, man.
How about a loan?
Come on, man. America's watching. Don't get stingy now.
Chris is funny and real entertaining. You'd really like him on your show.
My name's Deanna Carmen. I've known Chris for 5.5 years. He's one of my really good friends, and I've watched him struggle through the years, trying to lose weight and get to where he needs to be. He's lived a life where he's been really embarrassed, you know, and all that, and it just, you know, it sucks to see a good, nice person go through that. And if there's anybody that I could think of that needs this opportunity, it's him. And I know a lot of people, and I think that he's a great guy, and he really deserves this.
Really does.
Thank you.
I've known Chris since he was like this big, and he is in it to get the job done. You need him on your show.